When life knocks us down, we have a choice of whether we get back up or not. And when we choose to get back up, that can inspire a whole community and beyond, which is exactly what a San Angelo athlete is doing. Here's that story. Meet Gino Bua, a San Angelo resident, petty officer first class, and military intelligence analyst. While Bua was deployed in the Middle East in 2015, a seemingly minor vehicle accident occurred.
We were inside an armored Humvee, so it seems probably a bit more extreme than it was. But we did run over a small IED. But again, the vehicles are made to withstand that. And so just the angle that it hit and the way that I was sitting, I have like a harness on when I'm inside of it as well. So it just twisted my back real weird.
During Bua's deployment, he didn't realize the seriousness of his injury right away. After returning to the United States, however, his injury perpetuated and later worsened from heavy weightlifting.
It wasn't until later, after I got back and made the injury worse competing in CrossFit, that I actually found out that I had 3 fractures in my spine and that I had herniated 2 of my discs.
Bua later endured the shock and pain of a caved lumbar spinal wall, a concussion, traumatic brain injuries, and seizures. Due to complications from his first surgery in 2015, Bua underwent a second operation in 2017, which resulted in a 10-month stay at the hospital.
There was a lot of scar tissue that formed around the nerves, and nerves are very sensitive. So as the scar tissue kind of grew, and I probably perpetuated it by continuing to lift and be a little more active.
During the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, Bua discovered a new interest in bodybuilding. His physical therapist is a bodybuilder, which encouraged his pursuit. Since then, it has tremendously helped Bua relieve his pain.
He asked me, he said, have you ever thought about bodybuilding? You have like the good genetics for it. And I didn't really know what that meant. So I just said, no, like it's not for me. But as time went on, the more bodybuilding stuff we started implementing, I started really getting better.
In 2022, Bua earned his Natural Pro Bodybuilding card, meaning he has earned professional status in drug-free bodybuilding competition. He competes in the OCB, which adheres to WADA, or World Anti-Doping Agency, the same standard met by the Olympics. Throughout the journey, Bua credits his fiancée, Patty Zesh, for her support during difficult times.
I couldn't imagine what that recovery would have looked like without her, so she did most of the work.
Along his road to recovery, Bua has reaped the benefits of a plant-based diet. Bua is a member of the Vegan Strong Plant Built team, a group of athletes that has helped him discover a life-changing ingredient, plant protein.
Plant protein is scientifically the best kind of protein out there for you. And so for me, it helped reduce the overall amount of inflammation in my body.
Gino Bua has proven that we can achieve anything if we set our mind to it, no matter how hard life may try to knock us down. Bua's story will only continue to serve as inspiration for San Angelo and the entire Concho Valley.
I truly believe everything happens for a reason, even if it doesn't make sense in the moment. Just put your faith over your fear